Emmett in season 5 of The Shy had a pretty eventful season. We know that he's been trying to make amends with his wife Tiffany, who's estranged at the moment and living with her boyfriend Rob. We also know that Keisha and Emmett they started to get closer, and they also have a relationship where they live together. And not only is he taking care of his son EJ, he's taking care of Keisha and her son Ronnie. Now we're starting to see a little bit of growth in Emmett, exactly what we needed to see because we know throughout the first 5 seasons he actually hasn't been doing what he needed to do and accepting responsibility. So before we jump into this and we give our predictions and theories of what's going to happen with Emmett in season 6 of The Shy, if you like The Shy content, breakdowns, theories, and predictions like this, then hit your subscribe button and turn your notification bell. Follow me on Instagram right here. Now, Emmett, we know that he's building and building and building. He has a restaurant. His parents are back together. Him and Darnell are closer. Him and Jada are closer after she recovered. So we're starting to see Emmett become that family man, and we're noticing that Tiffany is missing out on the good thing because Emmett has finally, well, it seems, got his foot on the right path in the right direction. So let's jump into it. This is Emmett, season 6. First, we'll talk about the falling out that he had with Tiffany. Now, we know since the first time that they seen each other and actually dealt with each other, there has been infidelity on our boy Emmett's side. Now, Tiffany is taking him back. She's been doing her own thing. They even tried to open relationship, and we seen that didn't really work for Emmett. He wasn't liking that. Now, Tiffany has moved on with herself, but as we seen in season 5, she got a little jealous, especially once Kiesha moved in because she's seen how Emmett has changed and became a better man. Me personally, I'm just looking at it like these two, they weren't compatible. They got together with each other, sexually attractive, thought that they could make it work, got married, it didn't work, and now they're split. Tiffany is a little jealous of Kiesha being around. She is a little jealous that Emmett is actually doing the right thing, and she's telling Rob about this, even though Rob probably doesn't want to hear about it. He still listens to it and he comforts her. They're doing the co-parenting thing. We also see that they came to an agreement to try to get EJ to read better, and this comes with the help of Kiesha. Now that Kiesha is living in with Emmett, she's actually cooking, cleaning, helping out with EJ, and making sure that the family is operating like a family and not two people that are just involved with each other sexually. So the relationship between Emmett and Tiffany, I definitely think is over because Emmett looks like he's going to be more loyal to Kiesha than he ever was to Tiffany. Tiffany's still going to come around and be that co-parent, but she's just going to have to understand Emmett doesn't want anything else to do with her, and he's going to be doing his own thing with Kiesha, EJ, and his new stepson, little Ronnie. Season 6, we're really going to see Emmett become that man that he's supposed to be. Everything that Tiffany wanted him to be, Kiesha is the reason he's going to be it. Now, we know that these two, they go way back. They've known each other. They started off as just friends, and now they're closer to that, and they're living with each other, and they're basically co-parenting EJ and little Ronnie. Now, Keisha's going to keep Emmett on the straight and narrow path. We've seen that Emmett is being truthful. He's being honest because he doesn't want any trust issues to go on between him and Kiesha because not only was she his best friend, now she's his lover, and he's starting to notice he needed someone that he could build with and not someone he could just be with. So these two going into season 6 is looking like they might end up having a fairy tale ending. And what I mean by that is once the divorce finally goes through, because both of them are married, Tiffany and Emmett, but they're both dating and living in house with someone else. I think once this divorce goes through with Emmett and Tiffany, him and Kiesha will start getting closer and closer. Plus, Keisha's family actually likes Emmett. And once they see that Emmett is doing better for himself, he has his business up and running, Papa's there handling things, he can have time to come home and take care of the family while managing the business. This is going to be the growth that we needed to see him. And after 6 seasons, we're definitely looking for it because every time we looked up, whenever it was something dealing with a relationship outside of the swingers, Emmett was always messing up. So Kiesha is going to be good for him, and they will get that fairy tale ending. And I see them staying together for the long run, especially ending the whole series of The Shy. I have to give Emmett credit because he did get Smokeys Barbecue up and running. Yes, it was a long journey to get to where it is today, but this young man did it in the middle of Chicago. He's doing what he has to do. He has the local kids on the payroll, Papa. He had Gemma working there for a little bit. So he's also giving back to all the people that are around him, and he's making sure that the kids are out of the street. Now, Smokies did have his up and his downs. We know that he was messing with old girl. He got called for that. She started messing with his father, Darnell. But other than that, Smokies is a successful business as of now. He even proposed here. Everyone's having their events at Smoky. So we're seeing a big change. Remember, when Emmett first started off, he was a hustler. He was selling shoes. He was even also trying to get in the dope game. But once he realized that wasn't going to work for him, he wanted to go legit. And yeah, some say that this is Brandon's dream and what Brandon wanted to do. But Emmett picked it up and he ran with it, and he has a good thing going. So not only is he taking care of business at home, he's taking care of business at his own shop. And this is going to be good for him because he only has two places to go now. He's not out running the streets. He goes to work, brings food home, and he takes care of Kiesha, her kid, his kid, and they make it work. So we got to give Emmett credit. And I think that Smokies is actually going to take off. He might even open up another business somewhere else in the city and have someone else run it. Maybe at the end of the season, we see him tell Papa, I want you to be a manager somewhere else, because that's what Emmett is all about, helping everyone else. I put Jada and Darnell in Emmett's story just because they didn't have enough to have their own video. But with both of them actually getting married, we seen what she overcame, him actually leaving the streets alone and getting back with her, and they rekindling their old relationship. This is good because Darnell, he's even been telling Emmett the right thing to do. He's been telling Emmett to do the right thing. Jada, she's even seen a growth in Emmett also. She's looking at Emmett. He's stepping up. He's actually being that father that he should be. So both of these two together is definitely good for Emmett and is giving him something to look at. You know, you look at your parents to see how they're doing and you kind of model yourself off of it. If they're doing bad, sometimes you look at the bad and you want to make the best out of that. But these two together, I think this is going to be better role models for Emmett, even though he's an adult now. He's starting to see that stability, and that's making him want to be more of that family man, just for the simple fact that he didn't have this family bond that he has right now with Kiesha, EJ, and Ronnie like he had when he was growing up with Darnell and Jada. So I can definitely see their relationship doing a lot better. And when Darnell comes around, yes, he's frugal. He spends some money on the ring for Jada. Him and Jada talking to each other and him actually having that relationship with Emmett because they weren't always as close. This is going to be good for season 6. And I'm really thinking that this whole Shy, as far as Emmett's story, his family members, is all going to end on a high note. It's going to be a fairy tale ending. I think his business is going to be successful. Him and Keisha will get together. His parents are going to stay together. And they're just going to be one happy family from the grandparents all the way down to the grandchildren. And Tiffany's out doing her own thing. And in the end, I think it's going to be Tiffany taking a loss and realizing she lost something good by wanting more out of Emmett and not letting Emmett grow. Even though they were both adults, he should have been grown by now. That's just how I see it playing out. So I definitely want to see Smoky's restaurant doing better than what it has been. Continued growth, no drama, but this is the Shy. They're going to be a little bit. Him and Keisha get closer, finally get that divorce with Tiffany, and let's just see him and Keisha get together. They don't need a kid right now. They got little Ronnie and they got EJ to handle. So that's a lot right there. Let me know what you think about our boy Emmett going into season 6. Is he going to have a fairy tale ending? Is it going to end bad for him? Let me know what you think. I'm J. If you like the Shy content, breakdowns like this, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Thanks for watching. I'm out.